Hello everybody and welcome to another Leftovers reaction, the very last Leftovers reaction. Season 3 episode 8, The Book of Nora. And this is my last chance to talk about Leftovers and theorise from a perspective of ignorance. Because once I've watched this episode, I will have on screen, as far as on screen information goes, I will have the same information as everybody else. So I would be expected to have an understanding of this show comparable to every other viewer. And I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to fulfill that objective. So, theorising, my last chance. Okay then, this is what I was thinking over the last few days. And to be quite honest, I want more time. I want more time to think of something suitable to say in this very last introduction. But I can't put it off forever, and now's the time, and I'm coming up short. So here's what I think. We had the departure. It was a unexplained phenomena that doesn't really fit in with our understanding of reality. But then, a second after the blip, reality as we know it returned. There has been 90% of the time nothing mysterious. Everything that we've seen, the target people, the guilty remnant, the changes in people's faith and behaviour, the people believing that they can communicate with the dead, all that, even David Barton and Kevin Garvey, God, I forgot his name there for a second, even those two, there's nothing mysterious happening there. It's just a reaction to an unexplainable phenomena. It's all in people's heads. Their belief that it's the rapture, or that some sort of Armageddon, or the opposite, some sort of unity with the world is going to occur on the 7th anniversary of the departure. It's in people's heads. It's a pseudo religion, if you like, built around this unexplained phenomena. But the departure did happen, and like I said, this is 90% of my thoughts, because the other 10% are things I can't explain away by just imagination and a reaction to something weird. Kevin Garvey came back to life 3 times. And one of those times you can say he wasn't quite dead. He was literally saved from death. Dodged a bullet, as it were. But the other 2 times were pretty definitive. And on all 3 occasions, he comes into contact with this David Barton. And there's a part of me that's thinking, is it Burton or Barton? Yeah, okay, whatever. All 3 times. The first time, what was the first time? Oh yes, he was on the bridge just before Kevin Garvey pushed Patty down the well. The second time, he was persuading him to sing so that he could get back to his normal life in a karaoke. And then the third time, he's in the earpiece Now, it's true that David also died. So the first time that he meets Kevin Garvey in the alternative reality could have been the time when he supposedly broke his neck and died. And the third time, we know that David was killed by the lion. Sorry. He was killed by the lion. But the second time, as far as we know, David only died those 2 times. So that doesn't explain the middle one. Why David was there to meet Kevin. Well, why was David there to meet Kevin at all? Let alone all 3 times. So that I can't explain. And that's pretty much the only thing, I think, that I'm wrestling with, because the rest of it is just people's reactions, like I said. What people are believing happened. All this talk of a focus point for a demon and all that sort of stuff, that's just an extreme form of the same thing that's happening to everybody else. The man on the pole, the guilty remnant. I never really did understand quite what why their rituals mattered so much to their objective. Like, I get what their objective was, but the things like the no smoking and the all wearing white and the no talking, that didn't seem to fit in with their objective. So I don't know where that all sprung from. But yeah, so what do I think is going to happen in this episode? I think nothing. I literally think nothing is going to happen. It's all going to be a massive anticlimax. That's what it would be in the real world. And nothing. A day just like every other day. But this is a TV show. I can't forget that, and we need a big climactic end. Considering it's all been about character development and character growth and perspective, character perspectives, I think the ending's going to be something character based. How? Say Matt and Mary sort of work things out, maybe, but that's not an A-line plot concern. It's got to be something to do with Kevin, Nora, obviously because the title is about Nora. Maybe Laurie. I think that for me they're the 3 main characters, I suppose. Everybody else is a supporting character for me. Those are the 3 main characters. So what is going to happen? There is only one way to find out, and I'm dreading this because, as I said, once I hit play, there's no going back. And if I've missed something out, if there's some piece of information that I haven't picked up on, it's going to remain unpicked up on. So I am genuinely quite trepidation, genuine, because I know this is the end of the journey. There is no more after this. So the dogs, Lee and the dogs, that never got an explanation. I'm sure that's something to do just because Lee was insane. It's not Lee, no, Dean. I'll cut that bit out. Okay, we're starting. We're going to go. I've rambled enough. 1, 2, 3.
My name is Nora Elizabeth Jameson Durst, date of birth 11/18/1979. This is a copy of today's paper.
This is the video they make them make before they see their loved ones again. Those two scientists.
You invited me here, and then you rejected me. But I sat outside your house all night, and I followed you here, so you'd have no choice but to let me get into your machine.
Oh, I see.
Why don't
This
you
is.
get what you want to hear?
I thought this was the past. The hell is that? Looks broken.
It's a fossil. The person is gone.
She seems very, very confident this isn't just one massive killing operation. And how did the scientists know that what they're doing is actually working?
Of course you will. You always are. I'm scared of what'll happen when I go back to Mary. And I'm scared of the chemicals they're gonna put in my body to try and make me better. And I'm scared it won't work. I'm scared of dying, Nora.
We all are.
I'm scared my son will grow up without me. Forget my face. Forget the sound of my voice. But most of all, I'm scared that I'll survive. Because if I do, how can I ever stand in front of a room full of people and convince them that I have the answers when I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about?
Like drowning, like Kevin did twice. What the hell happened there? To Pigeon Guy. What's with the messages? Is that? That can't be. Oh, that is Nora.
A little extra for your trouble. Sarah, does the name Kevin mean anything to you?
I don't remember her actually being the Pigeon Guy. When I watched the first time, I must have missed the fact that it was Nora that was the Pigeon Guy. I thought she was working on the farm along with the nun. That changes everything. Why is she doing that job? And she's older, so did it not work? She's obviously still in Australia. Is she actually in the alternative reality? Why is she scared? Oh, it's Kevin. And he's older, is he? How many years in the future is this?
Kevin Garvey.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember me. I was the chief of police in Mapleton. We don't know each other really well. We only talked a couple times, really.
What?
Are you married, or are you seeing somebody?
Well, her name's Durst.
And he weren't wearing a wedding ring.
He would have remembered her as Jameson, so...
And I saw that they were having a dance in town tonight.
So this is either an alternative reality that we've seen, the death reality, or this is what would have happened if the departure had never happened.
The guy you barely remember shows up on your doorstep, asks you to go on.
I don't know. And why is she delivering pigeons to a nunnery?
Hello? Did you tell him?
Nora?
Did you tell him?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
Kevin! Fucking Kevin! He's here! He found me!
We established boundaries the first time you called me. Clear boundaries. I don't tell you about the people here, and I don't tell the people here about you. I would never betray that, Nora.
Okay.
It's a wedding.
I know.
You told me it was a dance.
There's going to be dancing.
People are dancing.
You've been a cop in Mapleton all this time.
So he didn't even go to Miracle.
Then you knew my brother, Matt Jameson?
I was hoping you were going to come to the funeral.
We said our goodbyes in person.
Mary gave the eulogy. She really loved him.
There was a lot to love.
We have gathered your notes and attached them to these beautiful birds.
Oh.
And now we are going to set them free so they can fly off. To
That's
every
what
corner
her
of the
job
world,
is.
Spreading those messages of love to people everywhere.
No, do not.
Biblical times, a goat was designated to be driven into the desert with the sins of the community upon it. So, let these beads represent our sins.
I thought they was gonna slaughter the goat like that guy does in Miracle.
They didn't sacrifice it.
Yeah. Thank you,
Have you
yeah.
ever seen somebody sacrifice a goat?
No. That'd be weird.
Yeah, but you've seen it twice at least. This is very, very beautiful, very sweet, but I'm not getting how it all ties in with everything else that we've seen. It's almost as if what I said at the beginning is true, that nothing super weird is going to happen. It's just going to be a normal ending.
I can't do this.
Why not?
Because it's not true.